it wouldn't surprise me, Mr. Paranoia there would always have a chance to talk about how hard done to they are. But one of the issues I worry about with refs like Nick Walsh, who keeps making monumental cock-ups, is that I watch football at all levels in Scotland and see referees down a division and down the division below that. They're absolutely honking. There's no obvious replacements for these guys that are not doing a good enough job in the Premier League. The guys in the Championship are stinking. The guys in League One are stinking. And it's very, very rare I go to a game at any level in Scottish football and think, well played, ref, you had a good game. Had a rant about the referee an hour ago in the women's pod. The game did have some riding on it. A game that did have, implications on who won the title. And referee completely bottled making a decision that would favour Rangers. But in any world, a second yellow card should have been given to Hibs player, and wasn't. He refused to do it. 3 yellow card offences in the space of 2 minutes. A player on a booking made, and she was left so Hibs could sub her at half time. I'm going off on a tangent for obviously Saturday's game we're talking about, but there's absolutely zero accountability for these referees and the decisions they're making, because the standard below him isn't good enough. And I don't think there's an appetite in the SFA to genuinely improve the standard of referees. I've only seen the replays of the phantom goal a couple of times, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with positioning the referee or the assistant referee to justify them not seeing that. And there's enough video evidence I can see for the replays. And VAR's got more replays than is shown on TV. They've got more camera angles than we see on the TV. So if we can see the angles for the TV that conclusively show that ball was over the line, there's no excuse whatsoever that VAR cannot see that. None whatsoever. The game had 0 bearing on our season, but it's adding to the catalogue of absolutely appalling decisions that Nick Walsh has given against Rangers Football Club in recent years. We thought back to when Gerrard was here, that 5-5 game that finished the season at Easter Road. I'm sure it was Gerrard, might even have been as far back as Warburton, but some of the decisions in that game for John Beaton, were absolutely disgraceful. But it's continuing, it's not changing, and I really don't see when it's going to change.